Happy Father's Day!
Hi, today is Sunday, June 21st, and we're going to be reading Psalms 75, 76, and 77, and then Proverbs 16, verse 1. Verse 1 through 17.
Where are we at? June. Let's look at what you're looking at. June 21st. Right there. 16, 1 through 17. I see it. All right.
A birthday.
Yes, happy Father's Day.
And Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Yep, it's tomorrow.
Sunday tomorrow.
Yes, well, and we're recording for tomorrow, so it's...
Sunday tomorrow.
So this is Sunday's recording.
Saturday. Yeah. It's really Saturday.
Yes, it's really Saturday evening.
Evening.
All right, so we're going to go to chapter 75.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
A cup in God's
Wait, no, not you. Matthew.
A cup in God's hand. God, our hearts spill over with praise to you. We overflow with thanks, for your name is the near one. All we want to talk about is your wonderful works, and we hear your reply. When the time is ripe, I will arise, and I will judge the world with perfect righteousness. Though I have set the earth firmly on its pillars, I will shake it until the others and everyone's hearts will tremble. God warns the proud. Stop your arrogant boasting, and He warns the wicked. Don't think for a moment you can resist me. Why would you speak with such stubborn pride? Don't you dare raise your fist against me. This I know. The favor that brings
Promotion
and power doesn't come from anywhere on earth. For no one exalts a person but God, the true judge of all. He alone determines where favor rests. He anoints one for greatness and brings another down to his knees. A foaming cup filled with judgment mixed with fury is in the hands of the Lord Jehovah. Full to the brim and ready to run over. He filled it up for the wicked, and they will drink it down to the very last drop. But I will proclaim the victory of the God of Jacob. My melodies of praise will make him known. My praises will break the powers of wickedness, while the righteous will be promoted and become powerful.
76. All-inspiring power. God is well known in the land of Judah. He is famous throughout Israel, making his home in Jerusalem, living here on Mount Zion. That's where he smashes every weapon of war that comes against him. That's where he uses the broken arrows as kindling for his mighty bonfire. God, you are so resplendent and radiant. Your majesty shines from your everlasting mountain. Nothing could be compared to you in glory. Even the mightiest of men have been paralyzed by your presence. They were so stunned and lifeless, not even the strongest one could lift a hand. When Jacob's God roared his rebuke, soldiers and their steeds all fell to the ground, stunned and lying still. No wonder you are greatly feared. You are the awe-inspiring God, for who could ever stand before your face? When your fierce anger burns and live to tell about it. As the earth itself holds its breath in awe before you, judgment is decreed from heaven. You arise and punish evil and defend the gentle upon the earth. You have power to transform man's futile anger into praise. The fury of your enemies only causes your fame to increase. So you'd better keep every promise you've ever made to the awesome one, Jehovah God. Let all people bring their extravagant gifts to him alone. He is famous for breaking the spirit of the powers that be, and the king of the earth will know him as the fearsome one.
Chapter 77, God of comfort. I poured out my complaint to you, God. I lifted up my voice, shouting out for your help. When I was in deep distress, in my day of trouble, I reached out for you with hands stretched out to heaven. Over and over I kept looking for you, God, but your comforting grace was nowhere to be found. And as I thought of you, I moaned, God, where are you? Where were you? Where are you? I'm overwhelmed with despair as I wait for your help to arrive. I can't get a wink of sleep until you come and comfort me. Now I'm too burdened to even pray. My mind wandered, thinking of days gone by, the years long since past. Then I remembered the worship songs I used to sing in the night seasons, and my heart began to fill again with thoughts of you. So my spirit went out once more in search of you. Would you really walk off and leave me forever? My Lord God, won't you show me your kind favor, delighting in me again? Has your well of sweet mercy dried up? Will your promises never come true? Have you somehow forgotten to show me love? Are you so angry that you've closed your heart of compassion toward me? Lord, what wounds me most is that it's somehow my fault that you've changed your heart toward me, and I no longer see the years of the Mighty One and your right hand of power. Yet I could never forget all your miracles, my God. As I remember all your wonders of old, I ponder all you've done, Lord. Musing on all your miracles. It's here in your presence, in your sanctuary, where I learn more of your ways. More for holiness is revealed in everything you do. Lord, you're the one and only, the great and glorious God. Your display of wonders, miracles, and power makes the nations acknowledge you. By your glory burst, you've rescued us over and over. Just ask the sons of Jacob or the sons of Joseph, and they will tell you. And all of us, your beloved ones, know that it's true. When the many waters of the Red Sea took one look at you, they were afraid, and they ran away to hide, trembling to its depths. Storm clouds filled with water high in the skies, cloudbursts and thunderclaps announced your approach. Lightning flashes lit up the landscape. Rolling whirlwinds exploded with sonic booms of thunder, rumbling as the sky shouted out your story, with light and sound and wind. Everything on earth shook and trembled as you drew near. Your steps formed a highway through the seas, with footprints on the pathway no one even knew was there. You led your people forward by your loving hand, blessed by the leadership of Moses and Aaron.
Okay, so that is Psalms. And now we're going to go
Yes.
Proverbs.
16.
I really liked on 75. Well, I liked a lot of it, but all we want to talk about is your wonderful works.
And it. 16, right here.
All right. 16. 1 through
17.
17. Okay. Yes, sir.
Right there.
Yes. Catherine's over here. Catherine, go sit down, girlie. Yes, we're not done.
Proverbs 16.
Now deep.
Go over there, Catherine. Oh, she's going. Me coming, Daddy.
That's good, Gabriel.
Wisdom exalts God. Go ahead and make all the plans you want, but it's the Lord who will ultimately direct your steps. We are all in love with our own opinions, convinced they're correct, but the Lord is in the midst of us, testing and probing our every motive. Before you do anything, put your trust totally in God and not in yourself. Then every plan you make will succeed. The Lord works everything together to accomplish his purpose. Even the wicked are included in his plans. He sets them aside for the day of disaster. Exalting yourself is disgusting to the Lord, for pride attracts his punishment, and you can count on that. You can avoid evil through surrendered worship and the fear of God, for the power of his faithful love removes sin's guilt and grip over you. When the Lord is pleased with the decisions you've made, he activates grace to turn enemies into friends. It is better to have little with a heart that loves justice than to be rich and not have God by your side. Within your heart, you can make plans for your future, but the Lord chooses the steps you take to get there. Living like a king. A king speaks the revelation of truth, so he must be extraordinarily careful in the decrees that he makes. The Lord expects you to be fair in every business deal, for he is the one who sets the standards for righteousness. Kings and leaders despise wrongdoing, but the true authority to rule and reign is built on a foundation of righteousness. Kings and leaders love to hear godly counsel, and they love those who tell them the truth. The anger of a king releases the messenger of death, but a wise person will know how to pacify his wrath. Life-giving light streams from the presence of a king, and his favor is showered upon those who please him. Everyone wants gold, but wisdom's worth is far greater. Silver is sought after, but a heart of understanding yields a greater return. Right? Okay, and that is... 17. We have one more. I don't know why I thought 16. Okay. Repenting from evil places you on the highway of holiness. Protect purity, and you protect your life. Well, that's worth coming back to read. All right.
Bye. Bye. Subscribe.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Bye.